All right, Shalom. This is Gamali Allah out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. Want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, now this is a quick lesson. All right, and this is going to be pertaining to an article, all right, that I found, and it's dealing with the impeachment. But behind the scenes, the House actually passed. I'll just read the article. It says, while Slakia, this is blacklistednews.com. It says, while all eyes were on impeachment hearing, House reauthorized Patriot Act. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into what the Patriot Act is real quick. All right, because we know that these devils are sneaky. All right, and they like to do things, while you're not looking, while you're looking elsewhere, so you'll be looking in one direction, like as far as the impeachment, but like I said, they use different things to distract you from passing certain legislations and everything. So we know what it's about. This is the Patriot Act. It says the Patriot Act was developed as anti-terrorism legislation in response to September 11th, 2001, 9/11. It says the large, complex law received little congressional oversight and debate was signed into law by George W. Bush. It says Patriot gives sweeping search and surveillance to domestic law enforcement and foreign intelligence agencies and eliminates checks and balances that previously gave courts the opportunity to ensure that these powers were not abused. The Patriot and follow-up legislation now in development threaten the basic rights of Americans, of millions of Americans. All right, so this Patriot Act is basically to infringe on Americans' rights. Okay, to boost up surveillance. All right, like I said, it was passed in the wake of the 9/11 thing, the Twin Towers terrorist attack. But anyway, I'll read the article and then I'm going to get some precepts. It says, House Democrats have slipped an unqualified renewal of the draconian Patriot Act into an emergency funding bill, voting near unanimously for sweeping surveillance carte blanche that was the basis for the notorious NSA program. The 3-month reauthorization of the notorious Patriot Act was shoehorned into a last-minute continuing resolution, funding the government, bundling measures needed to avert yet another government shutdown with a continuation of the wildly intrusive surveillance powers passed after the 9/11 attacks. It says, listen to this, Democrats voted almost unanimously for it, granting the far-reaching surveillance capabilities to the same president they're trying to impeach. So that goes to show you that this whole impeachment thing is really, it's BS. Okay, it's not to be trusted because we don't know what these devils are really up to. Like I said, they will do things. They'll have you looking in one direction. Oh, the impeachment, but they don't really plan on impeaching this guy. Okay, they don't really plan on getting this guy out of office. That's why the whole impeachment process to begin with is very it's complex. Okay, it's not a simple thing. All right, which he's impeached right now, but technically he's still in office until they I think the Senate votes or whatever, and then he's brought out of office. Okay, but basically, it's all smoke and mirrors. Like I said, it's all for a greater agenda, and we know what the greater agenda is. Okay, Esau is going to start rolling out on his enemies, which are the Israelites. Okay, he's going to start rolling out on Israelites. There's going to be a major false flag very soon, and we can smell it. We can smell it around the corner. We know that something is brewing. Something is definitely getting ready to happen. That's going to shake up the earth. Okay, this is going to shake up America, namely. But I'm gonna get some precepts. Let's get Daniel 8:25. It says, and through his policy Matter of fact, I started 24. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and he shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. All right, so that's talking about so-called white man Esau, and it's saying basically his power is mighty. All right, it says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart. All right, and that craft, let's get the definition of that word craft, because it says he shall cause craft to prosper in his heart. This devil is very crafty. All right, with his movements. Okay, and we know that everything he does is very sneaky. He's a sneaky snake. Daniel 8, 25. Let's get that word crafty. Craft. I think it's marama. And it says deceit, treachery, fraud, guile. So this is talking about the wicked being the so-called white man. And it says basically deceit and guile shall prosper in his heart. Okay? It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. All right, now we know that policy is these different legislations and these different bills and different amendments that this devil uses. Okay, but it says it shall through his policy. Okay, just like we just read how the Patriot Act was basically under everyone's nose. Okay, no one was really no one was really paying attention to what they were passing. No one was really paying attention to anything in politics except for the impeachment. And what makes this devil sneaky too is they don't televise, the Patriot Act just got passed. You gotta go and dig this stuff up. Okay, they're not gonna put it out there for the average American to know. The average American really doesn't know what the hell a Patriot Act is. But their rights and their liberties are being stripped away day by day. Okay? So like I said, the average person that's not watching the times and that's not a prophet and that doesn't know these things, they're not looking, they're not realizing that uh, uh, the government is really backing them into a corner. Okay, now there's another thing I want to bring out because Trump said something pretty heavy. Um, if I can find it, one second. It was a quote that he tweeted, and he basically, if I can, let me just find it real quick. Let's see. Okay, here it is. It says, this is what Trump tweeted himself. It says, in reality, they're not after me, they're after you. I'm just in the way. Okay? Now, you see, the government is really scheming, or I would say the shadow government, which is the elites, okay, the ones that are really calling the shots and pulling the strings. They're the ones that really are making a move on civilians, okay, because their agenda is to basically depopulate the earth and to destroy a lot of people, okay, and by them passing these certain legislations, they don't have to have any justification. They don't have to have any reason to it basically what do you call that? Nullifies the Constitution. All right, so they're able to basically just do what they want. All right, now it says let me go back to the quote because Trump said he said In reality, they're not after me, they're after you. I'm just in the way. So that goes to prove that Trump is really just a puppet. All right. He said that I'm just in the way. So he knows that he's basically kind of saying it in a roundabout way that look, he's not really calling the shots. Who is the they that he's talking about? He's talking about, the higher ups. Okay. So let's get I'll keep going. It says, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And that prince of princes is YAHAWASHI. All right, because Esau is going to basically try to stand up, with his pride. He's going to try to basically be bold against YAHAWASHI. Now let's get another one. This is Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and they write grievousness which they have prescribed, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Now, these different legislations, like we're going into, these are decrees, okay? These are things that they're pushing out there, okay? And it says prescribed, meaning they basically wrote it, okay? They wrote it before the people, all right? And it says they write grievousness. So is it not grievousness, to pass legislations that are infringing upon your rights and basically allow for the government to do all types of surveillance? And we know we're being watched anyway, all right, because you have what's called a Big Brother, all right? So they're watching, okay? And like I said, well, the government is watching you, but you only have a few people that are really watching the government, that are seeing, look, this is what's going on. This is what they're doing behind the scenes. Let's see. I'm gonna get a couple more, Lord willing. Oh, that's right. Hold on one second. Yeah, let's get Mark. All right, Mark 3:27. No, 23. And he called unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. All right, now this is talking about, the reason I brought this out is because you have a lot of division amongst America. Okay, you have a lot of people that are for Trump getting impeached. Then on the other side, you have a lot of so-called Republicans that are basically not they don't want him. They want him to stay in office. Okay, but there's so much division in America, and that's another tactic that Esau is pushing out, is division and bringing about tension and beef amongst the people, because civil war could really spark off any minute, because you have, like I said, you have two conflicting opinions on both sides. All right, and like Trump said, he's just in the way. He's in the middle. They're using Trump as a scapegoat to basically bring more tension in America. Okay, he's being used. There's they call presidents pawns. All right, so he's just a chess piece that they're using to bring about their agenda. Okay, but like I said, this kingdom is divided. All right, the House of Representatives is clearly divided. You have Democrats that are basically coming up against Republicans, and yeah, and so on and so forth. But like I said, it's really also an illusion at the same time, because they're all they're all Edomites. They're all playing for the same team. So let's get let me get one more. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. Let's get yeah, let's get this one. Psalm 64:2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right. Now, in my Bible, right there, besides secret counsel, it says conspiracy. All right. Now, there's a conspiracy going on. All right. And that conspiracy is basically the elites and the higher ups of Esau, being the so-called white man. All right. They're basically conspiring against the people of the Lord. Okay. And they're making a really all the Americans, all the Americans citizens. You know, they're conspiring something. They're putting things in the works. You know, this Patriot Act, these different things. That's why they're stripping away all the rights and these things, man. It says from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, okay, from the violence, okay, of the workers of iniquity, and we know that Esau really wants to get physical. He just has to push these legislations first in order to justify, in order to basically, he's basically setting the stage. He's setting the stage for what he's about to do. He can't just go and run in people's houses and take their guns and do all these things. He has to have a reason and justification. He has to set the stage and create a story behind it. All right, and that's what he's doing with the Israelites right now, even with the New Jersey shooting. All right, which they're connecting that to Black Hebrew Israelites, Black Hebrew, but that's what they call us, Black Hebrew Israelites, but we're really just Israelites. All right, but Esau is trying to connect these things to us, being us being the Israelites. Okay, but it's not gonna work. Ultimately, it's not gonna work. All right. But all these things, such as them passing the Patriot Act, we know what they're gearing up to. We know that they're getting ready to basically come down hard. All right, so like I said, there's something in the works that they're getting ready to do, and we got to keep our eyes out, and scriptures say, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, uh, is like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour." All right, so he's on the prowl, man. He's gonna keep doing these different attempts and doing these different background little schemes and shit like that. All right. So anyway, Lord, when you were edified, I'll close up on that. Want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakwadash. Double lines to the elders and apostles, the great millstone. Shalom.